Hey folks, in this video you're going to see the top 10 strongest symbiotes in the Marvel Universe. Number 10, Scorn. One of the symbiotes' most remarkable abilities lies in their capacity to merge with other entities, be they living or inanimate, assimilating their unique traits into their own. Scorn takes this power to great heights. Originating from the Carnage symbiote, you can say Scorn is Venom's grandchild. Her control over technology seems virtually limitless, making her a significant threat, particularly in urban environments where machinery is plentiful. Scorn's abilities blend the essence of Iron Man, Magneto, and Venom, making her an extraordinary force to be reckoned with. However, despite her vast potential and impressive abilities, Scorn's time in existence was tragically short-lived. With the awakening of Knull, the Scorn symbiote became the leader of a devoted cult worshipping the dark deity. Scorn's host met a brutal demise in an attempt to revive Carnage, whom the cult believed to be a prophet of Knull. Number 9, Hybrid. Venom has given rise to numerous formidable offspring throughout the comic book series. While Carnage remains the most renowned, Venom's other progeny can be equally scary, especially when they unite. These spawns served as guardians for the Life Foundation and became known as Agony, Phage, Riot, Lasher, and Scream. Each of these symbiotes possess a distinctive ability that set them apart. While Scream ultimately distanced herself from her siblings after murdering their hosts, the other four remained together, bound by their familial connection. This bond would grow even more significantly during the symbiotic invasion of Earth. In a desperate bid to halt the symbiotic invasion, Eddie Brock and Venom unleashed a powerful scream that decimated the symbiotic army. However, this scream inadvertently affected the Life Foundation symbiotes as well. To survive the ordeal, the four symbiotes merged, giving rise to a new entity known as Hybrid. The amalgamation combined the powers and abilities of Agony, Phage, Riot, and Lasher, making Hybrid significantly more potent than its constituent symbiotes. Among its impressive arsenal, Hybrid possesses Agony's great muscle mass, granting it superhuman strength beyond specific symbiotic standards. Additionally, Hybrid can unleash a potent acid spray courtesy of Agony, capable of corroding through most materials effortlessly. While Hybrid ranks among the most powerful symbiotes in the Marvel Universe, the complication of multiple personalities places it at a number 9 on our list. Even though Hybrid is a fusion of 4 symbiotes wielding so much strength, the next symbiote on our list possesses a power worth clamoring for. Number 8, Sleeper. Within Venom's lineage of offspring, Sleeper stands out as the youngest and most extraordinary. Unlike the others, the Sleeper's birth was planned, making it a unique case among the symbiote progeny. Beyond its virtuous nature, its unique powers distinguish Sleeper from Venom's other progeny. The symbiote can generate specialized chemicals, each yielding various advantageous effects. It can produce pheromones that influence the emotional state of those nearby, thereby enabling psychological manipulation. This ability can also be employed for telepathic communication, injecting thoughts into others' minds using pheromones. With an almost undetectable form of stealth, subtle mind control, and the general powers typical of a symbiote, Sleeper emerges as a formidable adversary to confront. With Sleeper in the number 8 position, it's clear that the remaining symbiotes on this list are true powerhouses within their species. Number 7, Anti-Venom. When symbiotes join forces, they transform their hosts into extraordinary and unstoppable beings. Still, this great strength and power often come with a drawback. The symbiotes possess their own will and frequently oppose the desires of their host. However, there exists a symbiote that defies this limitation, Anti-Venom. During a period when Eddie Brock was separated from Venom, his cancer resurfaced, threatening his life. Fortunately, Eddie crossed paths with a supervillain known as Mr. Negative, who could manipulate unique forms of energy called the Light Force and the Dark Force. Using the Light Force, Mr. Negative cured Eddie's cancer and triggered a remarkable transformation. This fusion gave rise to a new hybrid symbiote known as Anti-Venom. Unlike any other symbiote, Anti-Venom lacks a distinct personality or independent will. Eddie maintains complete control over the symbiote's actions. With Anti-Venom, one gains all the powers of a symbiote without interference or corruptive influence. The absence of a distinct personality is not the only advantage Anti-Venom offers. The symbiote possesses incredible healing abilities, capable of curing nearly any illness or disease it encounters. Moreover, this regenerative power extends to toxins and radiation present within the host body. However, despite these exceptional qualities, Anti-Venom falls short compared to the other symbiotes on our list. Number 7, Toxin. Toxin holds the distinction of being the 1000th symbiote in its lineage. Carnage had no interest in nurturing this offspring, and it subsequently bonded with a police officer named Patrick Mulligan. When Carnage returned to eliminate Mulligan, the newborn symbiote manifested to protect its host, making the first appearance of Toxin. Toxin possesses a host of formidable powers. Like its predecessors, Toxin exhibits superhuman strength, speed, agility, and durability. It can also form various weapons and tendrils from its body, enabling it to engage in combat effectively. However, the unique ability to communicate telepathically with its host sets Toxin apart, forming a strong bond and cooperation. This symbiotic relationship enables Toxin and Mulligan to work as a highly efficient team, enhancing their combat effectiveness. While Anti-Venom is a near-perfect symbiote and Toxin possesses remarkable powers and a strong moral compass, the symbiotes further down the list surpass them in terms of raw strength, unique abilities, or influence in the Marvel Universe. While it is true that Toxin exhibits greater raw strength and durability than both Carnage and Venom, it is important to note that Toxin is not considered the strongest member of the symbiote species overall. There are other versions of the symbiotes, such as proto-symbiotes and symbiote dragons, that possess even more incredible power and redefine the concept of strength. However, Toxin is indeed considered powerful within the naturally forming symbiote species. Number 6. Dark Carnage. Carnage, the offspring of Venom and bonded to the deranged serial killer Cletus Cassidy, is one of the most notorious symbiotes in the Marvel Universe. Dark Carnage represents a further descent into darkness and instability compared to its progenitor, embracing mass murder and cannibalism as its twisted desires. Dark Carnage is an incredibly powerful and dangerous symbiote. It possesses all the powers and abilities of Carnage, including superhuman strength, speed, agility, and shapeshifting. Dark Carnage also can create weapons from its symbiotic form, such as blades and tendrils, making it a formidable combatant. What sets Dark Carnage apart is its enhanced powers and connection to the mystical forces of Knull, the symbiote god. Number 4. Grendel. Symbiote dragons were among the earliest creations of Knull, the primordial god. They were unleashed to annihilate gods and civilizations in Knull's war against all life. These monstrous dragons could consume entire planets and infect the inhabitants with their symbiote offspring. One symbiote dragon, Grendel, arrived on Earth in the 6th century. While attempting to conquer the planet, Grendel encountered Thor, the Asgardian god of thunder. Naturally, a fierce battle erupted between the god and the god killer. Ultimately, Thor struck Grendel with divine lightning, tapping it within a glacier for thousands of years. Grendel remained imprisoned until it was awakened in the modern era by Knull. While Grendel shares the weaknesses of other symbiotes, such as vulnerability to sonic attacks and fire, it displays high resistance. Grendel withstood incendiary missiles and napalm flamethrowers with minimal effect. Only extreme temperatures and intensified sonic assaults pose a threat. Considering Dark Carnage's vulnerability to lightning after merging with Grendel, symbiote dragons are formidable weapons of mass destruction designed to slay gods and annihilate planets. Grendel exemplifies the strength of its species, posing multiple threats to life on Earth and necessitating the godly might of Thor to thwart its destructive ambitions. Number 3. Mr. E. In the early stages of Knull's experimentation with the living abyss, he created proto-symbiotes, one of which was the ancient entity known as Mr. E. Like the symbiote dragons, Mr. E can annihilate planets. When Mr. E arrived on Earth, he nearly succeeded in eradicating all life. Mr. E is composed of living darkness, granting him unique abilities. He can willingly merge with surfaces, much like a shadow. Similar to Grendel, Mr. E can generate offshoots that dominate individuals and transform them into shadow-enslaved people. Upon his arrival on Earth, Mr. E sought to exterminate all life. To achieve this, he employed his shadow slaves to modify a shuttle, enabling it to release negatron particles into the sun. This would transform the fiery celestial body into a black sun, sustaining only Mr. E and his shadow slaves. As a proto-symbiote, Mr. E stands as a world-shattering force, necessitating the involvement of the absolute strongest heroes in the Marvel Universe to bring him down. Number 2. All Black. Before the symbiote dragons and the proto-symbiotes, Knull's initial creation from the living abyss was the All Black. Knull's first creation also proved to be his most potent. Although the All Black emerged from living darkness, it was enticed by the divine energy of a celestial slain by Knull. The All Black primarily takes the form of a sword, but can bond with hosts like other symbiotes. This bonding process imbued the All Black with the power to slay gods, but it also instilled an intense dread of heat and sonic vibrations that has persisted through subsequent symbiotes. Despite this fear, the All Black displays remarkable resilience against fire and sonic attacks. It endured being hurled into the sun with minimal lasting harm. Among the symbiotes, the All Black symbiote stands out with its formidable powers. When bonded with a host, it grants hypersonic speed, the ability to unleash powerful dark energy blasts, and the capacity to overcome the immortality of gods and celestials. It can even create an army of shadow beasts as its minions. Regarded as one of the most vicious and potent weapons in the Marvel Universe, the All Black holds an intimidating presence. Now for our number 1 spot. is a symbiote that surpasses even the Necrosword in might, and that is Venom. Originally introduced through Spider-Man, Venom is widely acknowledged as the strongest symbiote in the Marvel Universe. While Venom possesses formidable innate abilities, it ascended to its position of dominance when it evolved into a being capable of defeating Knull, the creator of symbiotes. In the King in Black storyline, Venom and its host Eddie Brock initially faced defeat in their confrontation against Knull. Venom was forcefully separated from Eddie, and Eddie himself was brutally slain. However, Eddie's consciousness endured and found refuge within the symbiote hive mind, where all symbiotes are interconnected. With relative ease, Venom defeated Knull, obliterating the all-black symbiote and dismantling Knull's symbiote armor. Knull's demise came when Venom flew him directly into the sun, reducing him to mere ashes. The Great Force departed from Venom shortly after Knull's defeat, but it was evident that Venom had established itself as the undisputed ruler among the symbiotes. Single-handedly, Venom saved the planet from the symbiote invasion and effortlessly eliminated the progenitor of the symbiotes. Therefore, the original symbiote Venom, introduced in 1984, has undeniably earned the title of the strongest symbiote.